And we're live.
Hey, happy April, everybody. Hi, Shel.
Hi. It looks like Barbara has joined us. Hello,
All right.
Barbara.
I'm just going to go to the live chat here. Hey, there you guys are.
Yep. I don't know. Mine's doing a weird line thing now. I don't know what the heck that means.
A weird
I got so much weird stuff.
Anyway, we're glad if you're here, whether you're talking to us yet or not. It is Thursday, which is the day we normally do our live share. We've had some different days lately, but right now we're on target. So today is all about spring, at least for me, because, hey, I've been ready for spring for a long time. How about you guys? Are you ready for spring?
I am. Well, actually, it's already spring and even it's kind of summery here.
Yeah.
It's been very hot the last few days.
So Janice is joining us. Ela is joining us. Hi, guys. So anyway, I've been doing a little bit of spring cleaning in my studio. And what I intend to do today is use some of those products that I haven't had out in a while that I need to check on anyway. You know, go through your studio every once in a while, see what's drying up, see what needs to be used, see what your heart is telling you about whether or not to keep it, or, you know, it's time to move it along to somebody else that's going to love it more than you do. And so that's what I'm working on today. What are you working on, Shel?
I'm actually just gonna play in my gel print journal. This is one that I made with a bunch of gel printed cardstock that I printed on both sides, and I sewed it together, and I'm just gonna do a page in it that's about spring because I do have a story, so I'm gonna be inspired by my story.
All right.
Hi, Cindy. Hi, Marie.
I always like it when you have a story, Shel.
I do. I have an interesting story today. So.
All right.
Things that are going outside my house.
Tell me a story.
Well, I will tell you, since I've already started a little bit of my page. I've already started some little bumblebees.
Yeah.
I figured I wasn't sure I had enough time. And out in my front yard, there's a bush, a big bush that has these, what's it called? An oleander bush. So it's kind of a poisonous bush, but it's not poisonous to anyone around our house because we don't get near it. So the other day, my mom and I were coming home from her doctor's appointment, and there was this huge swarm of bees, and they were just flying all around the front yard. And we were like, what the heck is going on? You know what? It's an actual swarm of bees, and they are still on the oleander bush. And they're in a ball, like in a ball of bees, just out in the front yard. And I looked on the internet, and I was like, you know, because it was freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And it just says that when a hive gets too big, and there's more than one eligible queen, one of the queens will split off, and they will swarm with a bunch of the drones and a few of the more higher up bees, and they will just go look for a new home.
Yeah.
And so it says on the internet that that swarm will eventually move off. That they're resting and looking for a new place.
Sure.
Because the bush isn't suitable. It's not a hollow tree or anything. It's just a branch that they're on. But it's like this big ball of probably like, I don't know, maybe that big.
Yeah.
Of maybe 2,000 bees just sitting in the front yard chilling.
Yeah. Awesome.
So that's pretty spring-like. I figured I would do a page ode to bees.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen any robins yet. It's still been pretty cold here. But yeah, I'm ready to start seeing, you know, the goldfinches turn gold and the grass turn green and
all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, all that good stuff. So right now I'm just weeding some dyes. I die cut a few things this morning. And when I die cut, if I'm going to do a bunch of stuff at the same time, I'll take a big roll of double-sided tape like this, and I'll just, you know, put my cardstock on there. And this is the way that you get a lot of stuff in a hurry. And then I can just cut down the piece that I want. And then I use one of these non-stick powder tools, and I'll go in between where it's sticky, because I don't want this extra on the edge to be sticking to my die machine. So I'll just do this to get rid of the stick. And actually, it's probably a good thing to do before you cut it with your scissors too. But it helps when you're doing things in a process. Like if you wanted to produce a dozen cards or something, this is a real time saver, because then you've got this piece ready to roll to do your die cut with. And it's already got the adhesive on the back, you know, because that's what we did. We put the adhesive on the back. And so now if I go die cut this with one of my die like this, I can just run it through the machine and get an intricate cut like this that's already got the adhesive on the back. So that's something that I like to do. Now, one of the things that I found, you know, because I'm going through all of my dies, I'm going through all of my stamps, I'm going through all of my products, I'm going through a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm testing out some of these dies just to make sure that they're good. You know, I'm testing them out and cutting pieces like this just to make sure that they're cutting good. And I also found some other products that I haven't spent a lot of time using, and I need to play with them. So I have some, goes in my sleeve. I have some of these glimmer paste things, and they come either in a metallic like this or a glitter like this. And so I have both kinds, as you can see, because I like shimmery stuff. I have some other shimmery products that I want to play with, but you can see I already dropped and broke this one, so I need to use this, or it's probably going to go bad. There really isn't that much left in there, but I really need to use that. And what this is glue that's got the glitter in it. So that's what that product is. But I've got some cardstock cut here, and I just want to put some color down on the cardstock using this to start with. But I want to say hello to the people that are still coming in here. We got Cindy and Marie and Barbara and Janice, Rennie. Hi, guys. Okay, Rennie says she only has a little bit of time because she's going to a Dead Crafter estate sale. Oh, that's sad, but you'll probably find some good stuff. Hi, Gigi. So anyway, I've got just a piece of typing paper and some cardstock, and I want to use some of this to try it out. And I also want to emboss with this, so you know, I'm going to try a couple of different things using this product. So here we go. What do I want to start with? Let's start with some of the metallics. I've got this really pretty purple, and I know Shel will like this because it's a really pretty purple, and you can see I haven't really dipped into this one yet. So I might use some of that other glitter stuff. It just has the thing right, the sponge right in the cap here, and you just pop it out like so, and then you just get a little bit of that on your sponge. You don't want it globbed up, you want it worked into the sponge, and then you're just going to start applying it, and you can see the pretty shimmer already. I hope you guys can see the pretty shimmer, because you know these products have a lot of glitz. And the nice thing about them is they dry pretty rapidly. So when you're putting it on paper like this, it isn't going to take any time at all to dry. So one of the things that I've heard is it's good to use like on that black cardstock. Like if you guys have those black, I've been fascinated with the black journals and stuff lately. This would be great. Actually, I'll probably get a black journal out later and show you what this stuff looks like on the black journal, because we need to test, right? We need to test. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not full coverage. I mean, if you want full coverage, you can go back and put a second coat on, but you can see it's almost dry already. It's not picking up on my hands or anything. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And then let's put a little bit of this shimmery glitter stuff on top of it and see what that looks like. We'll get a blended look on here, I think. This one is a little more dry. This might be over the hill. I don't know. We're going to try to get some out on our sponge. See if I can get the glitter working for me. It's a little crusty. But that's what happens when you get down to the bottom of the bottle, right?
That's why you got to use it up.
That's right. That's why I'm spring cleaning and testing all this stuff out, right? Oh yeah, that's got glitter. It's a little bit gloppy because it's starting to dry. But I don't want it everywhere. I'm just
Welcome, Thea.
Getting a little bit blended in here. And I know there's other products on the market like this. This just happens to be one I picked up probably at a craft show. You guys see the glitter on there? Can you see that? Okay, so we got a background, right? We've got a background. I'm going to then take a die cut. One of these die cuts, right? This pretty delicate die cut. And I'm going to put that over another piece of cardstock because I don't want to waste my product. And I'm going to grab some tape. This is just like painter's tape. And I'm going to put it down with that so it's not running all over the place. And I can move the tape as I work around my piece. But here we go. So I've got my piece down there. I've got another color. And this is a green. It's a metallic green. And I want to get my die cut colored because I want to put that green on my die cut. So I'm just going to go back in, grab a little bit of that with the sponge applicator. And you can wash these sponges out when you're done. I've been lazy, I can see. But for this, I just want to more or less dab it on top because this is a delicate die cut. I don't want to swirl it around. I just want to kind of dab it on the top of the die. And this is a really pretty green, metallic-y green. And you could blend your colors in on this too. I've actually got some clear glitter that could go on this. But I want to get this covered. What's going on over there, Shel?
Oh, I'm just integrating my pages. Ouch.
Okay. All right. So we got Jane joining us, and we got Vicky joining us. Hi, guys. Glad you're here this morning.
So I started out with my integration. So when I put this book together, I tried to get things that kind of match each other, sort of, as I was going through, at least with color or with shape. And these two, this one was a lot lighter than the other one. And this one had turquoise on it. This one didn't. So I used some different papers, other, papers and things to, and a piece of napkin that has like kind of some swirly stuff on it to make them more integrated. And to continue with that process, I'm going to use some stencils. These are all, well, this one might be Heidi Swap. These two are the Crafters Workshop. And then I'll probably use this one, which is from Stencil Girl, because I want to use this little branch section. But I'm just going to do some stenciling over the top of my collage, and then I'm going to do some more collage over the top of the stenciling, and then, yeah, like that. That's my plan.
That sounds cool. I like your plan.
So I've got some different light colors that I've got unbleached titanium. I've got this Naples yellow. I found another Naples yellow that's very different, and I had these new pretty paint colors I was going to use today. And I realized they're still in the back of my car, and my mom drove it today.
Uh-oh.
So I've also got some light blue and some bright aqua green, which are the same type of colors in here. So I'm just going to do stenciling. I thought this was appropriate since I was doing a page about bees to use this hexagon pattern.
Oh, yeah. Very appropriate.
Hi, Vicki. Thanks for saying that. Don't forget to thumbs up. She's always good about reminding.
I appreciate that.
Yes, it's very helpful for us.
Yeah. People don't think about it being anything, but it really is, because it lets YouTube know that you guys like the content that you're seeing and puts us in other feeds so that, maybe somebody else will find us. So we appreciate it when you guys do that.
So when you're trying to integrate a page, even your collage elements, you can go from one color to another color right over the top of your collage, and it really helps to blend that collage into the overall look of the page. So that's one way to integrate collage. Another way is to just simply take your fingers and just like kind of go over the edges with gesso or something, just to blend in. And you can do that around your stenciling too, so that it blends more into the background with just your finger. So yeah, this is fun. I'm just absolutely, I did not have any plan. I'm absolutely just going for it today. And I didn't spring clean, so I can't join in on that. I didn't clean at all. I haven't really done anything.
Well, mine's been more of a, I gotta get through this room. I gotta figure out what's going on down here. And I've actually been putting boxes, because we got another sale coming up in May. I've actually been putting boxes together of stuff that I'm getting rid of. So yeah, I gotta get through it. I gotta do it. So
I just haven't had any energy. So
yeah.
I haven't even finished organizing my stencils.
You've been sick, girl. You got to take care of
Yeah, I'm still sick. What the heck is wrong with me? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've just been laying around.
Yeah.
But anyway, are you still working on your die cutting over there? Yeah? No?
Yeah, I'm just peeling the back off of the die that I colorized. I'm just pulling off the release paper, which I'm not doing a very good job of because I'm really pulling my leaves around.
Oh, that's a pretty die.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to get it positioned here. I'm getting stuck to everything. You know how it is? You get stuck to everything. So I'm going to cut this out and start positioning so that I can get it going here. Oh, maybe it'll all come. Maybe it'll all come. It's starting to come. There we go. There we go. It's very intricate, very delicate. And yeah, probably needed something other than my big thumbs working it. So I'm going to start in the corner of this purple piece that we prepared, right? And try to get it to line up. And stick it down. This is the fussy bit. Trying to get things to line up when you go to stick it down.
All right, let's switch to a different stencil. And bring in some of this blue and some of the turquoise.
Starting to go down the way it should. This edge here, positioned. See, the leaves wanted to flip a little bit here. Like I said, it's a little bit fussy for something that's intricate, but so pretty.
New sponge, new sponge. There we go.
And that one flipped over on me. So I got to get it untangled. Is it tangled up? Come on, get back up there where you belong. There we go. Now it's working. There we go. Didn't know if I was going to get that one out of there. Hold it out of my hat. That's the thing about something that's this intricate. Get those positioned where you want them. Turn that leaf around where it should go. Which I can't quite figure out where it should go. Probably curls around this way. Probably makes a little curl there. You can look at the die and figure that stuff out sometimes. Anyway, you guys can see how intricate that is. And, you know, you can put that on a card front, put something across there for a sentiment, and you've got a really nice card. A lot of glitz and glimmer on that one. Thanks, Barb. Hi, Holly. How are you today? So, in addition to doing something like this, what else have I got here? I did, where's that really intricate? Oh, well, this is springy. This is what I need to send you one of these, Shel. This is your tree out front. This is your tree out front. Do you guys have dies? Do you guys have embossing folders? Who works with this stuff? You know, because not everybody does this kind of work. I love it, but you know, I need to poll the audience and see if you're even interested in this. because we can go do other things too. Who works with dies? Who works with stencils? Who works with embossing folders? What do you guys like to do?
I have all that stuff, but I would not say that I work with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, these would work as a stencil, Barb. These die cuts would work as a stencil. And honestly, you could probably cut them out of some plastic or something if you wanted to use them as a stencil. I've done that with some of my dies. Just take them and cut them out of, you know, a sheet protector. And they make really nice stencils. Let's see if I can get this one started to come up. So you can see I've run this through the machine. I've got the adhesive on the back. And that way it's ready to adhere to my project. Just like that. And this is a nice springy one. I've got a die that's a little bird. I could put a little red bird in the tree. You know, just make some fun stuff. Makes a tag, makes a card. You know, and if I wanted to use this on a journal page, I would just cut the frame off. Because you don't necessarily need the frame. You can, you know, put this in a small journal and just use the tree portion of this. So that's a fun die. Ela says yes to all. She must use stencils and dies and embossing folders, the whole 9 yards. So let's get an embossing folder out here. And let's go back to our product here that I need to test, because I've got other colors. I've got this, you know, if you're in Art Joy Sharing, this hot pink is one of the colors for our mood board this month. So I probably should use this color on something because it's part of our mood board, right?
You should use that color anyway. It's awesome.
So awesome hot pink here. So I'm gonna get the hot pink ready to use, and I think I might actually use a little bit of this purple with it.
Pink and purple, good combo.
And I might even put a little bit of this green into it because I like that green too. It's almost a gold green. You know, one of my favorites in the paint line are the gold greens. Green gold, gold green, whatever you want to call it. And I've got this embossing folder, which I think is pretty cool. So I think, you know, I haven't used this. I need to use this embossing folder, see how it embosses. So I'm going to start just by putting some of that color down on here. And I'm going to start with that hot, hot pink because we need some hot stuff for the summer here. Get our spring warming up because my spring is cold and wet and damp outside right now.
Some people still have snow. I mean, how ridiculous is that?
Yeah, I was afraid, you know, because they were talking about it over in western Nebraska and that it was coming this way. I said, oh, no, I can't take any more snow. It's enough. Not ready for it. So that just swirls on there and looks so pretty. Such a pretty pink. So that is a nice hot pink. Are you guys working on the mood board this month? Who's doing the mood board? Anybody?
I hope some people are.
Holly,
It's a
these
fun
are,
tube.
I know you missed the beginning, so let me tell you about them. These are a product that come in both, it's like a glue that's got pigment or glitter in it, and it's called, this one is a metallic gilding polish. This one is a glitter kiss. So I mean, it depends on which you're using, whether it's the glue with just the glitter in it or whether it's the one that is the metallic polish. And these are from Creative Expressions. It's a company in the UK, but you can get them here locally because I picked these up at one of those craft sale things. And some of the stores will carry them too. So, and I'm going to add some of this, you know, because I'm trying to use up this lavender kiss because it's going to dry out and there's not much left in here. So I'm just trying to get some of that on my sponge because this is the glitter component. You can see this one is the metallic shimmer, all right? This one has the glitter in it. So I just want to clean it off my edges. I don't want it too gloppy. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of that glitter on top. Get something shimmery going.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I think my pages are pretty integrated.
All right. Love that integration.
And I got some branches for my bush so that I can show that. And then I'm going to put some flowers on. And the way that I'm going to flower is to collage. Because, you know, collage.
Collage, yeah.
And the hydrangea bush that I have in the front yard has pink flowers. I think they come in different colors. Sometimes they're white, maybe yellowish, but the one I have is pink. So I'm going to bring out some of that pink too.
All right.
I got different colors of
Bring
pink
on
in
the pink.
I got a little bit of extra paint I wanted to use up over here real quick. Need something to spread it on. I don't want to waste that paint. But I think my colors are coming out pretty darn springy right now.
All right.
Things grow in the spring. Bees fly around in the spring, apparently, and they move into your front yard and won't leave. I assume they'll leave when they're ready. Supposedly, once the scout bees find a place, then the whole swarm will move on. This is how I use up extra paint. Is on like pieces of deli paper that I've had underneath my projects. And then I just use a credit card and I scrape the paint onto them and I let it dry, and then that becomes collage paper later. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Holly. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you can spritz them with water, Nikki. Absolutely right. Yeah, you can use these. Actually, I think I might put that tree on a journal page, and then I'll show you a few other techniques for using this kind of stuff. But right now, I've run it through the embossing machine with the Sizzix embossing folder. And so you can see that hot pink now has an image that's embossed on there. So I want to take that image and I want to grab this because I've got the glitter going through here and I've got the hot pink. So now what I want is this metallic gilding polish in, what color is this? Purple Mist. So I'm going to just take that. My sponge is dry, so I want to pick up a little bit of that. on my sponge. And I just want to hit the highlights, the high spaces on here. I'm getting down in a little bit, but that's okay. It's still pretty. But what I want is to just hit those raised areas of the embossing. And get that colorized. With purple, Shel's favorite.
Purple. Can't go wrong with it.
So that's another thing that you can do. And because I can't just let it go at that, right? You know me better than that, right? I'm going to come back with some of that green gold because I like that color. I just want to hit a little bit to blend it out.
905.
So you can just keep layering and layering as you want. And then, you know, once you've done that, once you've gotten this the way you want it, just take a rag or a, what do you call it? Not a baby wipe, but a dry, this is actually a dry baby wipe or semi-dry baby wipe, and polish it. Bring up the luster. And I like that, but you know what? I think it needs more bling.
Never have too much.
Bring on the bling. So I'm going to go to this. This is a transparent. It's called Glitter Kiss. And I'll add some of that because I can. Oh, I really should have washed this.
So I'm starting to make some little flowers, and I need a little center for this one. Just give them a little bit of color by just either tearing or cutting petal shapes out of different collage stuff, and then sticking it on there. A little bit of Liquitex matte gel medium is what I prefer. So I kind of put some on the paper, and then that one needs a little bit of trimming. It's a good idea to use more than one color of paper. So I've got some light pinks and some medium pinks and some dark pinks, and I'm just putting them on there, which will give me a more interesting flower than if you just used one paper.
Oh man, this is pretty.
Let's see what you got.
Well, I think I might have to get some more of this because I'm liking it. Can you see the difference between this has the glitter on, this doesn't? So I'm going to come over here and add that. And it really brings that out a lot more. Really makes it shimmery. I like it. Okay. That was fun. So let's see. Journal page, right? How do I do a journal page?
I'm gonna post.
Oh, and I've got a black journal too. I should probably get the black journal out. these metallic things on the black journal are just really super fun. Let's see. I've got a page I want to work with. I've got since we're doing spring, do I want a flower? Do I want to? This might be fun because it's more of a mandala shape, and I can use some pen work over the top. Just trying to decide what I want to use here. So many stencils, so many choices, right? Okay. So let's do this one.
You have a lot of choices.
And since we're in the hot pink mode, let's go back to that hot pink. I like your flowers, Shel.
Thank you. They're for the bees.
For the bees. You got to feed the bees.
Yep.
The bees' knees.
So some people's first thing that they would think of with, having a swarm of bees in their yard is to say, oh, let's spray it. Please don't.
No, bees are
dying.
Insects.
We need them. We need the bees. We need all those critters.
You need the
I definitely don't want them in my house, and I will remove them out of my house if they get in here. But as far as just being in the front yard, they're not bothering anybody.
Right. They're pollinating all those pretty spring flowers.
Yes. So if we don't have pollinators, we won't have food.
Right.
So if you think about it that way, they become less of a pest and more of a help.
Right.
So that's the reason I've just let them chill in the front yard. They'll move on eventually. And if they don't, I'll call Arizona Society of Beekeepers or something, and maybe find someone that can come and humanely take them somewhere and, let them have a home somewhere.
Yeah, they can actually start a hive someplace and produce some honey for a honey farm.
Yeah, that would be a whole hive because it's already got all the bees. They just need to move them into a house of some sort.
Yep. Yeah, I worked with a beekeeper. Actually, a couple of different people I know are beekeepers, and they have these little boxes with the different trays with the different levels for their honeycombs.
Yeah, I just need to find someone. I don't actually know someone who does it. I met a guy once at the farmer's market. Maybe next Saturday, if the bees are still here, I'll go to the farmer's market and see if I can find that guy.
Yeah, he might be happy to take
a new bit of bees.
Yeah. Either
selling honey.
Call Pooh Bear.
Supposedly, if you eat the honey if you have a lot of hay fever issues, if you eat the honey that is around you, that has the same, the pollen that's of the plants around you, it supposedly helps. So I bought some of his honey at the farmer's market because everybody in my family has really bad hay fever.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that works for you.
Well, it didn't, but I tried it.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to eat a lot of the honey.
Yeah.
And so, we don't eat that much in that, sweet stuff like that. So.
Well, my husband drinks a lot of tea, and he likes honey in his tea.
Well, that would be a good way to do it. Would be to drink
a whole big pot of tea this morning for him. So he could probably finish. He's got some wild honey that he likes in his tea. He orders online.
Oh, he orders it online.
Yeah.
If you got some in your local area.
Well, we do, but I I'm not crazy about our farmers market. We used to have a real small one, and it was really nice because it was farmers and their produce and everything. Now they've junked it up where they've got people bringing all kinds of junk in. It's more like a flea market.
Yeah.
And it's gotten really big. And you know me, I'm not a fan of real big crowds. I like my small, go shopping for my veggies and get out of there. And so it's changed. Change
Yeah,
is not
ours has
always for the
changed
best.
too, because they moved it. It was at the, it was just like, some people from the local area at the, what's that thing called? the place where government is.
Yeah.
They were having it there, and there's like some closed walkways, because it's hot here.
Yeah.
And so they just had the people setting up under the closed walkways, which was nice because then you weren't in the heat.
Right.
But they've moved it over to the park, and so you're walking around out in the heat for one thing, which I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
When it's too hot.
Yeah.
Plus, then more people have joined because it's a bigger space. So I'm not sure they're just like the people from the university and the people from the farmers from Marana and stuff. I think it's like more.
Yeah, I don't know why that trend is. That's exactly the kind of stuff that happened here. Instead of, well, our farmers market was flooded out when the river overflowed. So they had to move, but they moved to the downtown area, and that's just because of commerce, because the city fathers decided that, hey, let's make some money off of this. So let's move it downtown.
Yeah, so then there's no place to park.
Right. Well,
like,
you have to park in the parkades, which means you have to walk a long distance. And, you've got all the people with the strollers and the wagons and the dogs and oh my.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
No, it's not. Not for me anyway. I'm not into that sort of thing anymore. I'm beyond that. So just gotten to be an old fogey.
Yeah. Me too. Like, just rather not go wade through all those people and yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I decided that we're probably just not going to go down there. There's a couple smaller places, farm stand kind of stuff where I can get things. And I'll do that instead of going to the downtown thing. Actually, the Des Moines one is laid out a little bit better than what we have here. So when I'm down in that area with my son, we like to go down there.
Oh, shut up, you stupid phone.
But the booths here are so close together. I mean, I just feel claustrophobic.
Well, I don't like that either, because then there's so many people, you can't get to the thing you need to get to, and you got to wait.
Yeah.
For people to clear, and yeah, that's no fun either. I hope I'm doing these flowers fast enough. I still got to get bees and leaves and stuff on here.
Stuff, yeah. So that's on the black, and it dries fairly quickly, which is, I think, an advantage, because you know how it is when you go in with your pens and things on top of on top of different surfaces. We ruin pens, right? We ruin so many pens. So there's a lot of different pens that you can use on the black surfaces. But see, this is dry now. This is dry. So I could come in and start doing a little pen work over the top. and do some definition here. And this is the kind of thing that, you know, now that this is on there like that, this is the kind of thing where you can just take it with you if you're on the go. You've got something that you can draw, doodle with a background for the start. It's got that pretty pink in there. Okay. You can just lose yourself in doodling on something like this. Just a real good way of occupying yourself. All right. It is very vivid on the black. Yeah, I like it a lot. Rude John says, bees' knees, they have legs? I suppose they have knees. Yeah, bees actually have legs. They have quite a few of them. So let's go to another.
That's still half an hour. All right. Gotta have some leaves. Not gonna go crazy with the leaves. But we do need some. If I was doing this for my own entertainment and not trying to hurry, I would probably tear instead of cutting. But cutting is faster when you're trying to hurry. So, yeah, I'm not sure where she went. I don't know. I think Peg may have dropped, maybe. No, I see her. I see a frozen image. I think it might be frozen. She might have to come back in. So yeah, it's easier to cut leaves than it is when you're trying to be quick. So I'm just doing some different colors of scraps here, getting a start with some shapes. You don't have to be perfect. In fact, it's better if you're not. So I'm just going to throw some of these in here and there to get a little bit of foliage on these plants to look a little bit more like some plants, maybe cover up some of the areas that I don't like as much. But I'm not going to go crazy with it, is what I'm saying. I wonder what happened to Peg. I think maybe she lost her internet or something. I'm sure she'll be back when she figures it out. She's pretty good at tech stuff. I want to have some time to finish this page, so. I still have to put my bees on. And their knees. The bees do indeed need their knees. Not sure why I keep starting on the left side and moving to the right. You'd think I'd start on the right side. Need some more color right here. So I did start a couple bees earlier. I drew them on some tea-dyed music paper, and then I collaged them and I cut them out. So I have a couple guys going already. So I'll be able to put them in pretty quickly, but I do have one more that I need to collage. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on both the back of this and the page because it's got multiple layers on it. It's got the music paper, and then it's got more paper over the top. Looks like I need some more leaves. This side might look okay. If I put this little bee like on a flower, and then I got one more flying around, and then maybe I'll put some words. This page might be turning into something, maybe. Oh, whoops. That bee's little foot ripped right off. I'm, of course, going to do pin work too, so we'll have that to do as well. Oh, I need to be careful with their little feet. Of course, I stuck it down to the page upside down. Apparently, Barbara and Marianne think that the reason I started on the left is because we read from left to right. That probably makes sense. As if anything I did ever made sense. All right, let's get some more leaves. Let's get some bright leaves. Oh, dish paper. This will make good leaves. You can cut them out in multiples if you fold the paper up. Sorry, I have a glue brush in my mouth. Like you do. And we need another color or two. This one's nice. Let's put a couple of these. Don't want to all have them all one color. It's just not right. Peg still hasn't made it back, or she has? Are you back, Peg?
I'm here. I tell you, I'm going to kill somebody.
Oh, I know what happened. Somebody used the internet upstairs and cut you off.
Oh, no. Somebody decided that this was the time to upgrade everything.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, yeah. Not only that, we are on a tablet talking to somebody else on the phone. We are upgrading, and it's thunderstorming here. Yeah. Let's just throw it all at it.
Oh, boy.
I give up. There are days.
I thought maybe it might be thunderstorms because in spring, you know, the thunderstorms do come.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are definitely coming here. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. But and on top of that, I don't know about you, but the whole Google thing, did you get that message about the Google extension this morning?
I did not. Are they
Oh, yeah.
extending G+?
Well, it's messing with my Google on top of everything else. So because they're getting rid of Hangouts.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to do when they do that.
Well, hopefully this other thing that they're replacing it with will take care of that, but we'll see. So
Hopefully it will
anyway,
actually work.
it's like, so now my phone still is not working, so I can't see the chat. Oh, I tell you. The joys, the joys.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder what they're thinking.
There we go.
But you never know for sure what it is.
Hey, Marianne, how are you? Okay, so now I'm taking this die and I'm just cutting it down so that I can use it on my journal page. Because I want to use this tree because I think the tree itself is pretty cool. So rather than being a frame die, I'm going to use the tree portion. And you could add additional dies to this. I mean, you know, if you think about other dies that you have that are leafy or, you know, you can make this multi-layered die cut pieces that you're using. So I'm just cutting out the frame. And now I have a cute little tree that can go on my page. But before I do that, I probably want to colorize it some, and I want to colorize my page. So that's where these things can come in again. I can take my blue. And, oh, I have another stencil I should get. I'll be right back.
And she's off. I'm still doing leaves over here. Trying to get these leaves on. Places where they look good. I'm probably gonna have to cut some more. But it's looking like spring anyways. You got your plants, you got your bees. Yep, I'm gonna need some more leaves. Trying to get this done as fast as I can so I don't run out of time. How much time is there? About a half an hour left. We'll see if she's back. She's not back yet. I got the glue brush in my mouth again. How's that?
That works.
I sound pretty funny when I do that. But this is what you do with all those scraps that you have, people. The ones you can't bear to throw away. We all have them.
So
this
if you
must
don't,
be my version of spring cleaning.
yeah, if you don't have a die, like I do with the tree on it, there are other options, right? There's always stencils. Oh dear, look at this. I thought I had the stencil in the packaging. I do not. But one of the things I like about this is you can do clouds with layers. If it's not here, that's okay. You know, I'm going to take this packaging and I'm going to use the packaging because I don't have what I'm looking for. So that means I'm going to make my own cloud stencil.
Of all the type of stencils you might make yourself, cloud's probably the easiest.
Yeah. So you see, you just do a shape like that, and you know, load up your sponge, and you know, start from off of the stencil area to do your blending out, and then move it. Then move it. And you can create your clouds. Easy peasy. And this is where, you know, we were talking earlier about wetting this stuff down. If I want to do a wash, which I do with this, I can just take a little bit of that out with a palette knife and get that on my sheet. And get some water and spritz that. And blend that in. Because now I'm creating my wash out of this stuff. And I can even add other colors to it if I want to change what I've got going on here. Get another tool because I don't want to contaminate my container. So I'm going to get a little bit of that pink out. Spritz that. Blend that in. So now I've got a paint sort, so to speak, with this stuff, and I need a brush. Grab a brush here, and I'm just going to wash some of that across my page. Put a little water on here first. Get a little bit of that color and wash that in on my page. And I need a mop here because it's getting a little messy. They're saying you'll get her done, Shel. You'll get her done.
Maybe. I'm hurrying as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Just about done with leaves. I got to get my other bee, and then I got to do detail work.
Yeah.
I think that's probably enough leaves. Okay, that looks like some bushes with some flowers and some leaves. So this is my last bee, and I need to collage him. So you need to get some different box of paper here, because I'm not going to make him green.
No?
Bees are not green. So here's my yellow box.
Are you sure?
My black box. Here's some kind of other yellow box. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, and I got all of that loveliness left over here. So I'm just gonna see if I can do a little bit of splatter with that. Yeah. Okay. And then I've still got all this product, so I need to do something with that, which is cardstock that I've got on my desk. I'm just going to smoosh and pick up that stuff. Smoosh it around. Get some pretty colorized backgrounds. Y'all know about smooshing and twisting and creating backgrounds, right?
So cute. Bees are cute. Let's start that.
So I had some die cuts that were butterflies, so I could use that on my butterfly. Use up some of that stuff that's on the surface of my desk too, right?
Okay. This little bee, she's got to get cut out and glued on the page. What is going on? We're being too quiet.
Mary Ann is leaving. Bye, Mary Ann.
Bye-bye.
I hope you have a
Thanks
good
for
day.
showing up.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to put some of this green down at the bottom. You know, we need some kind of something down here. I'm probably going to colorize that tree with something else. But I'm going to put a little bit of this product down here at the bottom for land mass. And let's see. I have, I don't know, I kind of like the white. I kind of like the white against the other colors. It kind of brings out the, so I might just do something more with the background there. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Maybe I'm going to I've got some portfolio. These are oil pastel. First thing I laid my hands on. And let's see what colors I've got here in these. These are water soluble oil pastels. So I'm going to grab some of these greens. Add to the land mass here in these different greens. Get my brush, get a brush here with some water, and we'll activate that. Oil pastel. And I'm not going to finish this either, you know, because, yeah, it's getting to be that time, guys. But you can get the drift of what I'm doing here. This is the day.
I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know. I don't know. Do I like that? Or do I not like that?
Sorry, guys. I have people roaming in and out.
It's like, one of those days.
What part of, yeah, okay.
I want the bees to stand out, but I don't know if I like that color that I used. But since I used it, I guess I'm going to continue to use it. Like you do.
Like you do. Okay, so we got a background going. I'm going to stick that tree down.
These are Faber-Castell pit pens, which are India ink, which you have a tiny little bit of time to blend them until, bam, they're done. And then they're permanent after that.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Okay, I've got a topper die. These are really old dies that I had forever and ever. I think they were made for the Revolution way back when. You guys remember the Revolution tool? Somebody's probably still got one.
I thought you were making a joke. They were so old.
No.
Oh,
No, there
they?
actually was a
They were
die
made
cut.
during the American Revolution.
There was a die cut machine called the Revolution.
I didn't have one.
Just saying, there was a machine.
Well, apparently it was revolutionary.
Yeah, it was supposed to be revolutionary. That's pretty good, Shel. I like that one. So what did I do with my pokey tool? I need a pokey tool here. These pastels out of the way. When in doubt, use your scissors. Or I probably shouldn't do that because I'm going to kill myself with those pointed ends. Because I've had craft damage before.
It can happen.
It happens. It does happen. It's like when you get that Red Ranger BB gun, right? Shoot your eyes out. Just trying to get this thing to release the pieces that are inside. There we go. I know what I should do. I should stick that down on a non-stick piece. I've got all kinds of stuff out here. You'd think I'd be smart enough to do that.
Bees.
Here we go.
I'll have to take this page outside and ask the queen if she enjoys it. Do you think she will enjoy it?
I bet she will.
Either that or she'll send someone to sting me.
No, I think she's busy.
No, we don't like it.
She's busy making baby bees.
Well, I don't think she is. I think they're just resting right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they got to feed her. They got to make her fat.
Yeah.
Make her create.
Eventually, I'm sure that they'll get to that, all that other stuff, but hopefully not in my yard.
Yeah. Yeah, that would probably be, you know, unless you have a hive and you want to start as a beekeeper, probably not.
I don't think I want to be a beekeeper.
Yeah. What, Peggy? What was by Tim Holtz? The Revolution? No.
Revolution?
No, that was another company. He did the Vagabond. which I own because it's electronic and you don't have to stand and crank.
Okay, bees. I think you're cute. I think the bees are happy. They're
Got
standing out. You seem to be standing out okay from the background.
Cool.
I don't think I'm going to outline anything else. I think I'm just going to leave it as it is and just have the bees be the thing. And then maybe write something over here. But I don't know what. And I think my page is done. And it's not even 10 o'clock yet. I still got 5 minutes. Ha ha.
See, you
How you
can,
like them apples?
you can do it.
Can be done.
Yeah.
I mean, my instinct, of course, is to go and make shadows around all these, but
Well, yeah.
it's not a piece of wall art. It's just a page, and I want the bees to show up as being the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to
leave it.
Step away from the pins.
Step away from the bees. I step away from the bees.
What should I write on here? Should I write anything?
Sure. Ask the audience. I bet they've got some good ideas. Maria says, how gorgeous and springy. Love it.
Thank you, Maria. I'll just right here. B. Am I straight? Probably not. I can write straight if they paid me $1 million.
Well,
I hope there's no sobriety test where you have to write straight because I'd fail.
I think I'd fail too. That's something I don't do real well. But, you know, penmanship was not that big a thing when I was going to school. It was
still isn't.
It was just if they could read it, you were fine. I don't know. I mean, some people in some schools spent hours just doing the penmanship thing. Not in our school. Wasn't a thing.
Oh, fatter one. I got a big Sharpie.
So Ela's going.
I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah, we are pretty much done.
Yeah. So what do you have to show?
Well, I've
Show
still
them
got
what you did.
wet mop-up papers. My wet mop-up papers that are going to dry, and I'll die cut something out of them because can't let that stuff go to waste. I've got the start of something in my journal because I was using that little tree die cut and that butterfly die cut. And then I made this one using the product in the background. And then I had another one. Where's the one that was... Where's the one? Oh, here we go. I had this one. which was the embossed piece. So I've had a pretty good play with these products today.
Yeah. And they're all shimmery and shiny.
They are all shimmery and shiny and hot pink and purple and oh my goodness.
I just have one thing, but it's a double page spread.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool, Shel.
Spring has sprung and the bees are in the yard.
Yes, they are.
So thanks for coming, everyone. And we are so glad that you're here. Be sure to give a thumbs up, leave a comment or question below if you'd like. We're not very good about answering them on this channel. It's like, who's going to answer it? I don't know. Who are you? No, me. I don't know. Nobody does it. But yeah, it always helps. And besides that, I think we are done. And we'll see you again next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep. Thanks for being here, guys.
Bye-bye.